everybody, hope you're having an awesome day. I know I am. It's a wonderful day, a beautiful day here. So really beautiful weather. Getting out, getting some steps in. Really doing well. I'm over 13,000 steps already for the day, and I'm gonna go for another walk here shortly. So hey, welcome to the channel. We have a lot of cool stuff, I think, on this channel. If you're interested in weight loss and the ketogenic diet, low carb, losing weight, getting healthy, a little bit about exercise and all that good stuff, hey, this is a good place for you. So come on out and check out the channel, hang around. We'll show you how to cook. We'll show you some great foods to make that will make this sustainable for you. I've been doing this for almost 5 years now, 4.5 years now. October will be 5 years. And it's worked for me, and it's been really sustainable for me. So hey, so stick around. I got some great stuff for you to show you. So today we're gonna go back and take a step back in time and kind of go back and review some old recipes that we had done probably 6-7 months ago or whatever. So Maria Emmerich has been making this Wonder Bread for a long time. She's the mother of it. I'm not going to put a recipe on there. I'll put a link down to her page so you can go down there and check it out. And then Indigo Nili was playing around with some of the variations of it. So, and then I saw Wendy on Love It and on Keto today, and she kind of did it. She went back to their same recipe too. So I've been kind of thinking about it because of the fact I've been trying to do some other recipes. So I'm going to go back to Indigo Nili's, and she actually did 2 different versions of it. She did one with some egg white powder in it, and she did some with whole egg powder in it. So I'm going to do those 2 recipes. This is based on Maria Emmerich's easiest bread ever recipe. So that's what we're going to do. You can't get much easier than this recipe. So it's going to be quick and easy. We're going to do 2 loaves, and then we're going to taste test them and see what we think of the 2 loaves and kind of see which one we like and see which one has the best consistency. And we'll compare it to the loaves that we're making today and what we've kind of been making for probably for the last couple of months. Excuse me. So so we're going to adjust the camera here. We're going to get down to this. So let's get busy and let's make some bread, some keto protein sparing modifying bread. You're going to love it. So stick around. Alright, so then this easiest bread is really easy because there's no egg whites. It's just going to be the egg white powder. So I'm using the Keto brand, Keto Chow links with the Maria Emmerich's picture on it over here, so you know what she looks like. So she's been doing this for a long time. She's actually really famous. She's actually done it for Holly Berry and done some cooking for Holly Berry and a bunch of other stuff. So like I say, I'll put her link down below. You can actually go check her out. So we're putting in here, we're starting off with 1.5 cups of just this egg white powder. So from Keto Chow. So that's what we're starting off with. And then we're going to start off with, oops, I forgot to get my measuring cups. Let me get some measuring utensils out here. Sorry about that. I need to get organized a little bit more. So next I'm going to put in some allulose sweetener. I'm going to put in 1/4 cup of that. Now the bases of both breads that I'm going to cook are exactly the same. They're exactly identical. So I'm not sure I'll go through everything with them, with the exception of the ending is going to be different when we put the ingredients in them. So put a little bit of salt in it. And I'm using, this is just pink Himalayan salt. So that's what I have, that's what I'm using. So and then I'm going to use some cream of tartar, and I'm going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of cream of tartar. Actually, I'm going to put in a whole teaspoon of cream of tartar. This is 1/2 spoon. This is the cream of tartar. All right, I'm going to put a whole thing of that in there, and then I'm going to put a whole teaspoon of xanthan gum as well. That's something Indigo Nili did not put in, so this is going to be new for me too, and try it out. So, and the only other thing that we're going to put in this thing is we're going to use 1.5 cup of water. Now it's lukewarm water. It's not hot. It's not cold. I would say it's probably room temperature there or about. So I'm going to put that in. I'm going to mix it all together. Get it mixing up really good. We're going to shift this over so you can see the mixer. Alright, we're going to turn the mixer on, get this going. Start off nice and slow and easy. Put the top on here. And then we can speed it up. Alright, we'll be back. Let this go for about 5 minutes and then we'll be back. And this should be whipped to stiff peaks. And we'll show you what we're going to do next. Alright, it looks pretty good. Just whipping it up, checking it out. It looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to mix this on slow for a second. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually I'm going to use some of the Judy's, I'll show you this, dried whole eggs. So I'm going to put in about 30 grams of that in here. So I'm going to do it while it's on slow a little bit, get it mixing a little bit. Now I'm just going to turn it on high for a second and we're going to count to about 20 and let it go. Alright, and that's all there is to it. So, and we're going to see this. You will notice that it probably fell a little bit. So we're going to take this and we're going to put it into one of our baking pans. We'll move the camera around here a little bit, maybe, so you can see the baking pan better. I'm going to pull this off. I'll get it all over my hands. Again, I put these pins in here just to hold it until I get some stuff started in it, some of the egg whites in it. Alright, I think we're just about done. Getting everything out of it. Now we're going to throw this in the oven. We're going to let this go in the oven. I'm going to pull these pins off before I forget. I've done that already a few times and left those pins on here. So we're going to throw this in the oven and we're going to let this go for 40 minutes. And we're going to see how that goes. So we're going to put a slit down the middle of it to hopefully that helps. We're going to throw this in the oven. I know you're not going to see it. Maybe I'll slide it over so you can. Maybe. Throw it in the oven. 40 minutes. And then we're going to start our second loaf. So I'm going to come back in a little bit when the second loaf is ready. We'll show you the part that's going to be a little bit different than the loaf that we just did. So, all right. Otherwise, that's basically the same thing. So, all right. Now here's the difference. This is the second batch, and the only difference is that I use dried egg yolks in this one instead of the dried whole eggs in this one, in the first loaf. So we're going to see if that makes a difference. I'm only using 6 grams of this. 6 grams. So that's what Indigo Nili put in. So that's what I'm going to put in. So I got the 6 grams. I'm going to mix it slow. Get it going. Got it all in there, and then again I'm going to speed this back up for about 10 seconds, 15 seconds. that's all there is to it. Then we're gonna get rid of the beater. Now the tricky part's going to come for me is to be putting it in the oven, because one's in the oven already. And I know in the past when we tried to mix them, we had issues with the bread falling when you open the oven doors. So we're going to see how that goes. Again, this recipe doesn't get any easier. My wife and I have been talking about going back and trying out some other things just because of the fact, it's much easier. We don't have to use the egg whites. We don't have to split eggs. It's just, so I can get right into a good recipe. And I also have some recipes that I want to make, some other different things I want to make. So I'm kind of looking for the best texture for those other recipes that we're looking to make. So hopefully you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on those other recipes, because this is just kind of a trial and error here. I made it once before with the egg yolks and it didn't go well for me, so this is my second attempt at it. And again, hopefully I'm going to open up the oven and put this inside the oven. Hopefully it doesn't cause it to fall. We are going to try to put a slit down the middle again. So, all right, let's throw this one in the oven. Get the camera over here. I'll slide it over so you can see the oven. I'm going to take these things off, the clips, before I forget them. Slide it over so you can see the oven. The other one is rising. It's been in there for about 10 minutes, so. All right, so I'm gonna pop this up. Get back. All right, so that's in the oven. That'll be cooking. It's got another 29 minutes for the first one, and then we'll have another 40 minutes, an additional 10 minutes for the second one. The other thing about this bread is too, when it's done, you don't have to leave it in the oven. You can take it right out as soon as it's done. So hopefully when one's done enough that we take it out again and pull the first one out, it doesn't affect the second one that's in there. So again, super easy, super quick. So let's check them out when they come out and see which one we like, see what they look like. We can check out the texture, then maybe try out some of the bread and see what the taste looks like. All right, see you in a minute. Sorry. All right, it's time to take it out. I'm going to turn that off and turn it back on. For the second one, that's got another 10 minutes to go. We're going to pull this one out real quick, try to be real careful. All right. So that's the way it came out. Kind of tilted to the side a little bit. But it is what it is, so we'll see here in a little bit. We're going to let the other one in 10 minutes pull it out. I don't know whether I can zoom in on this thing or not. There you go. So that's what it looks like. So we'll come back and we'll check it out here in a minute. So, all right, the buzzer's about ready to go off on the second one. So again, great thing is we don't have to leave it in the oven. We can take it right out as soon as it's done. Look at that one. That one's really funky looking, like it's got a head on it. Oh. Now they do fall after they come out a little while, so if you haven't seen the bread before, they do fall. We'll take this one out. It's still pretty warm, so I'm gonna take it, set it up here, kind of show you what it looks like. Not too bad. The sides on the other ones cave in a little bit, traditionally. So that one looks pretty good. It's still pretty warm, so. All right, so this is the one with the dried whole eggs. So we're gonna let that one sit here on the side here. We're gonna let the other one cool for about 10 more minutes, and then we'll take that one out and let that one finish cool all the way. Again, you'll notice that one of the things that I didn't put any egg yolks in it from the eggs itself. I did not put any nutritional yeast in it. I cut out all that other extra stuff. So I kept it really basic, with the exception of I put the whole egg powder in one and the egg yolk powder in the other one. Other than that, it's basically Maria Emmerich's easiest bread ever recipe. So, so again, I'll put the links down below. I do have a discount code for the Keto Chow. So if you want to go down and order it, you do get a discount if you use my discount code. And then I have an Amazon link for the egg yolk powders as well. So as well. Hey, don't forget to go out and check out the web page that I got started. I'll put a link for it down there below as well, and you can check that out. So a lot of exciting stuff going on. Again, hopefully you think give the channel a thumbs up. Hopefully you subscribe. Hopefully hit that little bell icon. Like I said, I'm hoping that this recipe will lead to 3 or 4 other recipes that we've been talking about doing and playing around with. And we're going to see which one we like the best, and then we're going to play around with those other recipes. So again, hopefully you subscribe so you don't miss those ones there. All right. We'll come back in a few minutes when everything's cooled, and we'll see what they look like. All right, so I wanted to talk a little bit about, so this is the one from the dried egg yolks, and you can see the sides sank in quite a bit on this one. It's still pretty warm, so we're going to let it cool a little bit more, but the sides really sank in on this one. This one is the one with the whole egg white, the whole egg yolk in it. Oh, yeah, this is the dried whole egg. Jeez. Can't say it. So this is the dry whole egg. It seems that this one is sunk in a little bit on one side, but just a little bit, nothing on the bottom. Whereas this one really sunk in, and it's sunk in on the bottom as well. So just a difference way they look like when they're just coming out of the oven. I don't know whether it makes a difference or not, but they actually look pretty good, other than the sinking in. So we'll come back. We're going to let them cool, like I said, for about another 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll cut into them and we'll do a little taste test and see how they look. All right, it's time. They're cool enough. I think we're gonna cut into them and see what it looks like. So it looks like. Smells good. So again, this is the one with the dried eggs. So it looks like, almost looks like regular bread. So I'll slide this aside. This is the one with the egg yolk in them. It sank in a lot, so this one sank a lot. So we'll cut into it. Let's take a look. All Alright, so this is the one that looks, this is the dried egg yolk. This is the whole egg yolk. You can see the difference. So this one definitely feels more like bread. So all right, this is kind of moist. You just push it and it flattens out. This one a little more springy. This one definitely, the texture on this on the whole eggs was definitely better than this one. So the texture was. So I'm going to put the camper up here. Then we're going to do a little taste test so you can actually see me biting them. Hopefully that's good. So I do have some water here, just in case, because it is bread. Now I will say, like they said, and you've probably seen it 1,000 videos where they talk about the styrofoamness and all that stuff. So I think the texture is alright. The taste is good. The taste is good. Got a drink here. So this is the whole egg powder. I think the this tastes just a little bit better too. So it's a little closer to bread. This is actually pretty good. Now I'm going to show you the lows. Talk with my mouth full. So that's the difference. This is the whole egg. The bread stayed pretty close to a bread texture and shape. And this was the egg yolk. And you can see that side sunk in. It kind of looks funky. It looks a little different. So they're both pretty good. Let me get a drink. They're both not too, they're not like styrofoam. There's some of them that the original recipe, I know that there were some issues with it tasting like styrofoam and coming out more styrofoamy. Neither one of these are that way. They're both pretty good. I actually like the whole, this one came out a lot better. The one with the dried egg, whole eggs. So this will be what we're going to play around with a little bit right now. Again, we didn't put all that other stuff in there, and I know people were saying, well, it's no longer a protein sparing, modifying, fasting bread when you put all that other stuff in there. So I'm going to say that I'm going to go through the macros right now. And again, you know, like I said, I'm getting all my notes in here and different things that you'll see that I've gone through here. So this one here, which is the egg powder, the egg yolk powder that we used. On this one here, the macros on this are total carbs are 0.2, right? So 0.2. So one slice of this is 0.2. So that's based on you slicing this into 16 pieces. Pretty low, right? Fat on it is 0.4. Protein on it is 12.2. So pretty good. I will say that this is very high carbs. I mean, very low carbs and very high protein and almost no fat. So on the egg yolk powder, which is this one, boy, I'm getting a mix. This is the whole egg powder. Whole egg powder. the whole egg powder on this one, again, the carbs are 0.2. So you could pretty much eat this whole loaf if you wanted to for dinner and not eat 10 carbs, right? So, but anyway, it's 0.2 for a slice of this. The fat on it is 1, so it's a little bit higher, right? So it went from a 0.4 to 0.1. The protein on it is 13.2, where this is 12.2. Did I say 12, 13? So I'm gonna go through this again. So this one is 0.2 total carbs, fat is 0.4, protein is 12.2. I just want to make sure I'm clear. And this is the yolk powder version. This is the whole egg powder version, and this one was 0.2, so it's the same. Fat was 1 gram, and protein was 13.2. So this was a little higher in protein than this one, but it's also a little higher in fat. Then calories, this one was 76 per slice. This one is 62 per slice. So that's the difference between that. Again, so both of these breads here will, if you're doing protein sparing modifying, fit into your macros for the day, right? So you're 30 and under, so you can have this for lunch, dinner, and a couple of pieces for lunch, dinner, and breakfast, and stay well under your macros with no problems, without all the added stuff. It actually tastes pretty good without the nutritional yeast and all that other stuff in it. So again, I wanted to do this just because I wanted to compare them, because we have some other things that we're going to go do and some other recipes that we wanted to try to do. And I wanted to try to find a recipe that fits best. And you're going to find there's adaptations like Carnival Angels, Hawaiian rolls. There's those are better for certain things than other things, and other breads are better for other things. So, but anyway, hopefully you like the recipe. Hopefully you give it a thumbs up. Right. Hopefully you subscribe and hit that little bell icon. That would be greatly appreciated. If you like the protein sparing modified bread, let me know. Like I said, I think we have 2 or 3 other recipes that are coming up real quick like. So hopefully in the next few weeks, that's what you're going to see, probably 2 or 3 more recipes coming up. So I'm really excited to share them with you and get them going. I can't wait. I may tape another one this weekend and hopefully show it to you hopefully soon. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Be kind, be good, smile, just remember one thing. You guys are awesome. All right. And I'll talk to you later.